Hello everyone, myself Ganesh. Today my topic is about architecture of 8085 microprocessor system. Yeah. This is the architecture of 8085 microprocessor. So this is how the 808 microprocessor looks like, the block diagram of 8085 microprocessor. Okay. Where it consists of a accumulator, and it also have a temporary register which is connected to the ALU. ALU is nothing but arithmetic logic unit, which perform the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, logicals like and increment, decrement, logical and increment, decrement, rotate, bicyclic operations, all performed by ALU, which is also connected to the accumulator and temporal register. And flag register. Flag register is it consists of flag register which is connected to the internal bus. So we know that flag has 5 registers. Okay, which flag register 5 register inside it, which are sign register, zero flag register, auxiliary flag register, parity flag, and carry flag. So we gonna see how it works. Whenever the operation perform, the result will change according to the results. Like if it is a signed bit, if the D7 bit is 1, I mean it is set, it is set, then it represents the negative value. If it is D7 is 1, it is set, it represents the negative value. If it is 1, it is represented as negative value. If it is 0, it is represented as 0 value. Same as zero flag. If it is 1, it is reset. If it is 0, then the 0 flag is set. The same as auxiliary flag. If the D3 to D4 the carry flag is generated, then it is activated, or else it is not. In the same way it performs. And carry flag is also same. The D7, from D7 to D7 it is generated, then the carry flag will be generated. Parity flag, if the even number of ones is, then is set, otherwise it is set. This all performs it is connected to the ALU. And then instruction register is also stored. Instruction register is also stored. It performs the 8-bit instruction register through the internal bus of the MPU. The MPU fetches an instruction from the memory for its execution. This instruction can be 1 to 3-bit long, which these registers cannot be accessed by the programmer. The decoder decodes the operand and directs the controller to produce the necessary control signals. Whereas down, it is given as a instruction decoder, and it is used to decode the instruction, which is decodes, as I earlier said. Okay, then it is then the timing and control interceptor done, where it generates the timing and control signal, which are usually communicate between the IO peripherals and IO devices and memory. And it also communicate the data flow between the CPU and the peripherals. So it is used to communication purpose. So whereas data bus is referred to AD, so it performs the data, and data AD as the address data bus, A as represents as address bus. So from 80 to 815 it acts as address bus. AD0 to AD7, it acts as an address bus, so which is all connected to the serial. So whereas in the 8085 processor, it does a serial operations only. So whereas serial data of communication will be traveled into the input and it converts into the parallel. After inverts, it can be done. There is one SID and SOD. SID is nothing but serial input data. SOD is nothing but serial output data. Whereas it can be sent through the serial and it is also received by the serial output. So the whole of the 8085 operations, 8085 macro operation diagram is shown here. This is how it exactly works, as I said. So whatever register is used, program counter or general purpose registers will also there in this block diagram. So we're gonna see how in detail how it works. So operations of 8085. So operation, it consists of 8-bit only, and it consists of arithmetic logical operations. As I earlier said, it performs the ALU, arithmetic logical operations, addition, subtraction, or and so on. So 8085 also sequence the instruction to be executed, so it is executed sequentially. It also stores the data temporarily. However, in order to perform all separate operations, the microprocessor needs a control unit and logical operation. So as we have seen the block diagram, it also consists of these sections like arithmetic logical unit, registers, buses, instruction and register decoders, and so on. So we have already discussed about how CU and MLU bus functions in a microprocessor. We also discuss a detailed microprocessor and how it operates. So like we're gonna see it also consists of so and so registers and all. We're gonna see in depth and detail of functions of 8085. So register, whereas register is, there is nothing but set of flip-flops. They are usually used to hold the storage of data. General purpose registers, 8085 contains 6 general purpose registers. Then the present microprocessor stores 8-bit operation. So whereas 8085 performs only 8-bit registers, if we need to perform a 16-bit operation, then you have to pair the register like B and C, pair BC register pair, HL pair, DE pair. So this is all. To if you want to execute 16-bit operations, you can combine the register pair. And temporary register, we know that temporary register are used to store the data temporarily. They are not accessed by the programmers. Next, program counter. Program counter is a special register that is used to storing memory locations of the instruction to be performed, as it is clear that in order to fetch an instruction from the memory, the microprocessor needs to know about it. We already know how the program counter hold the instruction of the next instruction to be executed. It is a 16-bit register. It also stores the addresses. The register is used by the microprocessor to line up the instructions that are executed in a sequential manner. This is executed in a sequential manner, and it also holds the execution of the next instruction to be performed. Stack pointer, it is also 16-bit register. The data is stored in the stack in serial format, and the stack pointer generally stores the address of the last bit element in the stack. Thus the stack pointer operates as a LIFO. LIFO is nothing but LIFO, last in first output. So stack pointer is also a memory pointer, which is also used to point the memory locations between the RW memory. RW memory is nothing but read and write memory by the user. So next is accumulator. It is an 8-bit register that stores the result of an operation by the ALU. It is also known as register A. So accumulator is a register which is a 8-bit register, and it is also used for store the result of a ALU. ALU is nothing but arithmetic logical operation. Whatever the ALU, I mean like addition, subtractions, increment, decrement, or rotate wise or clear, shift, whatever operation is done in this microprocessor, the result will be stored in the accumulator register A, which is also known as register A. Then flag, as I said, there is a 5 flags in registers. Flag register basically holds the status of the current result generated by the ALU and not the actual generated result. Thus we can say it is used to test the data condition. And 8085 has 5 flags, 5 different data states. There are carry, sign, 0, parity and auxiliary carry. However, the most used are sign and carry flag. As I said earlier, there are 5 flags which results are depends upon the operations. So whenever the sign changes, I mean positive or negative, whenever the sign bit, it is D7, which D7 is 1, there it shows or reflects that there is a negative sign in the value. When the D7 bit is 0, it represents as positive value is there, and it is sign flag. Carry flag is nothing but after the execution, the result where the D7 bit is generated the carry, which is also known as 8th bit MSB, then the carry bit is generated. If the carry bit is generated, then it will be set, otherwise it is reset. And 0 flag, similarly 0 flag, if it is 0, then the 0 parity will be set, otherwise it is reset. Parity flag, if the number of ones in the parity flag is there, then the parity flag will be set, otherwise it is 0. Auxiliary carry flag is nothing but whenever the bit D from D3 to D4, if the carry is generated from D3 to D4, then the auxiliary carry flag is 1, which is also known as set, which will be set, otherwise the auxiliary flag will be reset. Okay, this is all about the flags. And then we're gonna see about the timing and control unit. Timing and control unit is a main part where it provides the timing and control signals to the microprocessor to perform operations. Following are the timings and control signal which control external and internal control. So timing, and it generates the timing and control signals to communicate with the memory with RW memory, which is also able to communicate with the CPU and the microprocessor. So it interacts with the CPU and microprocessor. Whatever operations to be done, timing, control is being done by CPU, and it needs to interact like IO devices and peripherals with the CPU. So this is used control signals: ready, read, write, W, ALE, and is used to read, write, and so on. Status signal S0, S1, IO, input output memory 1, DMA signal, old DLDA, reset signals, reset in, reset out. This is all used to reset in, reset out. This is all used for the communication signal, which is generated by the timing and control signal, which is used to communicate between the CPU and the peripheral devices. This is all. Interrupt signal, as the name suggests, it controls the interrupts during a process. When a processor is executing a main program, whenever an interrupt occurs, the microprocessor shifts to the control from the main memory to process the incoming request. After the request is completed, the program can. So whenever the microprocessor is executing the main program, whenever an interrupt occurs, whenever interrupt request is obtained from the peripherals like IO, first it interact with the IO devices. It gives the priority to the IO devices. It will resolve the work assigned to it. After assigning to it, it will voluntarily come back to the position where it has left out the work, and it starts executing it. So this is all about the interrupt. There are 5 interrupts: INTR, interrupt request, REC, reset, trap, everything, and serial in output control. As I said, serial input and serial out. So where In 8085 microprocessor, serial in serial output operation is done, whereas the stream of input data is received, where then it is converted to parallel. It is then paired to the parallel. From there it is again converted to serial. So this is how it works. So the control unit converts serial data stream to parallel data before it is fetched to the MSU. After the conversion of 8-bit parallel data is stored in the computer. Similarly, SOD, whereas SID, as I said earlier, SID is serial input data, whereas SOD is serial out data. So SOD is then again converted to the 8-bit parallel available with the symbol into the serial form. So SID what it does, it does from serial to parallel. SOD what it does, it converts parallel to serial. So it is all about that. So and address bus and data bus. So as we seen in the diagram, from A0 to A7 it acts as a address, and AD acts as a address bus. This is all about the 8085 architecture. Yeah, this is all about the 8085 architecture, operations and how it performs, etc. Okay, this is, yeah, thank you.